in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Valentina Stojanowski, 25308. Counsel, your appearance, please.
John, vote for P 30758 on behalf of Ms. Stojanowski. And would you please put your name on the record?
Valentina Stojanowski.
Ma'am, I can't get that. What, your name, please?
Stojanowski.
Can you try it one more time, please?
Valentina Stojanowski.
Okay. Counsel, as to the arraignment.
Your Honor, as to the arraignment, you stand to charge, waiver formal reading of those charges, ask for the plea of not guilty to the end.
The court will waive the formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty for purposes of the arraignment, and schedule this matter for pretrial on March 19th at 11 a.m. And counsel, as to bond.
As to bond, Your Honor, Ms. Stojanowski does have an extensive prior criminal record. She also has a number of outstanding warrants. She is single. She lives with her, or she's supported by her boyfriend, who is not the individual she was in the vehicle with. She is charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and fraudulent schemes. She's 41 years old. She's indicated to me she does have a drug problem. And so the court, I would ask that any bond would also include some sort of a tether to, if the court posts a bond that she is unable to make, that at least it includes tether to rehabilitation from the Wayne County Jail or where she is pending these proceedings.
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to go out on a limb and ask if you work.
No, she does not, Your Honor.
No. And how long have you been married?
She's not married, Your Honor. I indicated she.
Oh, her boyfriend, I'm sorry, her boyfriend.
Couple years.
So in August, you were sentenced to 90 days jail, correct?
Yep.
Yes?
Yes.
Who's Edward Ernest?
The driver, my friend that was driving me.
It appears, Your Honor, he had outstanding.
What brought you down to Wyandotte that day?
What?
You know, Wyandotte's not just around the corner from you, ma'am.
I was getting picked up from a friend's house.
Who is Daniela Stojanowski?
That's the name I gave them.
I know, but is that a person or you just, is that an actual person or no?
Yes, my cousin.
Your cousin? All right, given the number of warrants that you have, the lack of connection you have to this community, and your criminal history, the court's going to order the following. The court's going to order a $15,000 10% bond. In the event bond is posted, you're to be tethered to treatment to the Wayne County Jail. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. If you're to test today, ma'am, what's in your system?
Today?
What was that?
This week. No.
We'll see you back next week, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yep. Okay. Go!
Will you hand me my screen box? Now go. Preach.
Okay, let's go on the record in the matter of the State of Michigan versus Zachary Wick, 25309. And Detective, your name for the record, please.
Chris Zabel, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly? Okay. And Detective, if you may proceed on the warrant.
Thank you, Your Honor. On 3/9/2025 at approximately 9 p.m., the defendant, Zachary White, was drinking and got into an argument with his 13-year-old daughter, Layla, in which Zachary slapped her in the face or on the cheeks with an open hand. Jeremiah and Samantha were in their home's basement doing laundry when all of a sudden their daughter ran downstairs and advised them that Uncle Zachary slapped Kayla. Jeremiah and Samantha went upstairs and Jeremiah attempted to intervene. Zachary told him, which is his brother, that he was having a one-on-one talk with his daughter. Samantha got Kayla inside the house and Jeremy locked the door with Zachary outside of the home and told him to leave for the night. Zachary forced entry into the home and damaged the storm door and the inner hard door. The two brothers fought, ergo, the domestic violence won unto Jeremiah, brother and brother, who currently reside together. And prior to that, a DV on Kayla, father, daughter, with the additional note, a criminal history of a conviction for domestic violence.
All right, thank you. On examination, the complaining witness. Oh, I'm sorry, Detective, there's also a third offense notice?
Third offense notice, yes, Your Honor, which is a 5-year felony with that prior conviction in 2023.
All right, upon examination, the complaining witness, I find that the offenses charged were committed and there's probable cause to believe the defendant committed those offenses. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Yes, Your Honor. John Goldport, P. 30758, on behalf of Mr. Week.
Thank you. And Mr. What, your name for the record, please.
Zachary White.
Counsel as to bond.
Your Honor, well, first of all,
I'm sorry, is the arraignment?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that there is a third offense notice, thereby making this matter, I believe, felony. However, I raise this because it appears that there are two separate victims. I'm just making this for the record, with respect to the initial charge. One being the brother of Mr. Week, and who he resides with. And second of all, his daughter, the defendant's daughter, is my understanding.
Okay.
The prior conviction was approximately 2 years ago, is that correct?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
April of 24.
Oh, April of 24.
I'm showing that he pled guilty to domestic violence second offense.
Oh.
The felony, assault with a dangerous weapon, 2 counts, and another domestic violence second offense matters, those were dismissed. And then he started probation April 17th of 24 with the Third Circuit Court. Would that be accurate, sir?
Sorry?
Is that accurate? You're still currently on probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
That matter was out of Southgate, is that correct, John?
No, why not?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know he's
The
on.
Southgate matter from July was an OWI, well, operating while visibly impaired, also while he was on probation.
Because the way I was reading it, I didn't realize that it was a domestic violence second offense that
Yes.
he was on probation for.
Yes.
That would mean that he had one prior to that date. That's what.
Minimum of one prior,
A
correct?
minimum. That's what confused me when the only one that was cited for the third was just one offense. That's all. So with that said, Your Honor, we waive a formal reading of the charges. We would stand mute to the charges and ask that the plea of not guilty be entered.
The court will waive the formal reading. Sir, you have the right to have your formal, the court will appoint one to represent you. And in fact, you've had an opportunity to speak to an attorney today, correct?
Correct.
The court has also signed the felony court appointed attorney form. You also have the right to be presumed innocent to prove guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have a trial by a judge or by a jury, and you also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing may be used against you in court. Do you understand those rights, sir?
I do.
The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Schedule this matter for probable cause conference on March 20th at 9:45 a.m. Counsel as to bond.
Your Honor, the court is well aware, this is not his first involvement with the criminal justice system. He is, as you've noted, presently on probation to this court, it appears. He's also, I believe, on probation into Southgate. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
He is gainfully employed. He's worked at Wyandotte Industries as a machinist for approximately 10 months. He is residing, or at least was residing with his brother at the Wyandotte address. We're asking for a bond. We are asking for a bond which can be reasonable under the circumstances, understanding that he is on probation, both to this court and to other matters.
Mr. White, is it? Week?
Yeah, correct.
Which one?
You said, White?
White, okay. What are the current terms of your probation at the Third Circuit Court?
I'm seeking better counseling and going with Motor City Center Pope for Lincoln Park, and for Southgate I'm with the Guidance Center. I'm in substance abuse counseling, regular, mental health counseling, and I've been going to AA meetings, and I just started this new one with the Guidance Center. Everything was going pretty well. I'd like to continue to seek help with the issues I've been having. So, yeah.
Sir, you said that you were enrolling in batterers counseling. Did you already complete that?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Your batterers counseling, did you complete that condition?
I'm currently doing it right now.
Well, why did it take you so long to start it, sir, since you've been on probation for nearly a year?
I go every Friday at 3:00.
You've been going
And,
every Friday?
I'm going for that. I'm going every Friday at 3:00, and for the substance abuse counseling, I'm going every Tuesday at 5. And I have AA meetings 3 times a week at 2:30 Saturdays and Sundays, and 7 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Okay, sir, when did you begin your batterers class?
Should I what?
When did you begin your batterers intervention class?
I got into that one January. I'm not sure what date.
Sir, I'm going to guess that you're not allowed to consume alcohol while you're on probation for either one of those, whether it's Third Circuit Court or 28th District Court in Southgate. Is that a good guess?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, you are, with allegations of drinking again.
I know I have a problem.
Well, that seems to be pretty clear, sir, since now you are charged with a third offense, domestic violence. And now here we have your daughter and your brother as victims. Who was the victim on the other matter from last year that you pled guilty on?
My ex-wife.
Would that be Layla's mom?
I'm sorry?
Would that be your daughter's mother?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay,
Yeah.
and the first one you had, sir, a couple years ago, who was the victim in that one?
That would have been, the person that called this time, his wife, my brother's wife. Yeah,
Your sister.
yeah,
So let's see, we have your ex-wife, your sister-in-law, and now your brother and your daughter that have all been victimized by you. And you're currently on probation for domestic violence second offense, where, well, who was the other victim in that matter? Because there were 2 charges, and one was dismissed. So who was the other victim in that matter?
that one, was with my ex-wife.
I understand that, but there must have been 2 victims because there were 2 charges. So who was the other victim?
She was the only one.
Did you have 2 charges? Was your daughter the other individual that was involved that time?
No,
No. Well, it shows on his criminal history, 2 felony assault and dangerous weapons charges and 2 domestic violence charges, second offense. One of those was dismissed and both felonies were dismissed from town. So I'm trying to ascertain who the other individual would have been as the named complaining witness on that one.
Unless, Your Honor, it may have been charged 2 counts against the ex-wife, as well as the felonious assault or EFA charges. Could have been, and again, I don't know the circumstances of that, but it's possible that they may have been 2 incidents, Your Honor, or whatever.
Okay, well, here's, Detective, as to bond recommendation.
Thank you, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't think the counseling and the drinking AA is working. I think it's more than reasonable for $5,000 cash bond each victim, so $10,000 cash. And if Mr. White posts, he is not to return to the address at 3447 16th Street. And he's to inform about his alternate living address, location, and contact number. Not to have any contact with the victims or witnesses in this matter, and not to have any additional cases, along with a GPS tether. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we would ask for at least the opportunity to obtain a surety bond in this particular matter. I understand the $10,000, well, the total of $10,000 cash, but we'd ask that it also be cash and or surety.
You're asking for,
Rather than, I'd ask for the 5,000, 10%, allowing him to post a total of $1,000, but the recommendation was for cash only. And I'm requesting that if the court will not make it a 10% bond, and at least it would be cash or surety.
nope, no counsel. In fact, I'm considering not even allowing your client any bond, given the fact that he's currently on bond, or on probation for domestic violence second offense. Now, he has 2 counts of domestic violence, now he has a 3rd offense notice, and he's also on probation in the 28th District Court. And in both courts that he's currently on probation for, he's not allowed to consume alcohol, yet he is. And now he's back here. And now we have his daughter as a victim. And now we have his brother as a victim. And so he poses a significant danger to society. And his family members, quite frankly. The court's going to order a $100,000 cash bond, no surety, no 10%. In the event you think that you would like to have treatment inpatient, sir, you can certainly request that to the Wayne County Jail.
Thank you, So,
She's not done.
In the the event bond is posted, these are the following bond conditions. You are not to have any contact at all with Jeremy White or Layla White. That's phone contact, text message, email, social media, third party, anything of the like. And let me be very clear. Even in the event you do not post bond, sir, you are not to contact them from the Wayne County Jail or from any treatment facility that you may be placed at. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not to return home on 16th Street, with the exception of one time, as long as you're accompanied by police to obtain personal belongings. You are not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. You are not to possess or have access to any firearms and or any weapons. Do you have any of those, sir, at the home?
No. No, Your Honor.
You are not to release a GPS and an alcohol tether, so that'll be 2 tethers, from the Wayne County Jail. It appears though, sir, that you cannot abstain from drinking alcohol without some additional accountability. And the court will note that you may be tethered to treatment through the Wayne County Jail upon your request. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can you also include the caller, Samantha, not just Jeremiah and Lily, or Layla, but also the caller, Samantha, who lives with her husband, Jeremiah? Include her, no contact?
The court will include Samantha White as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. In the matter of the city of Wyandotte for Cecilia Randles, 24454. Good morning. Your name for the record, please. Councilor, I'm sorry.
John Goldclaw, P30758, on behalf of Ms. Randall.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Cecilia Randles?
Have you been here before, Lynn?
No, I haven't.
The last name is familiar, but that's right. You were supposed to have been here back in May of 24,
Correct, Your Honor.
and then again in September of 24. And now you're here because you're in custody.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and so council adds to the arraignment.
Your Honor, asked the arraignment sheet stand mute to the charge, waive the form reading of those charge, and ask that a plea of not guilty be entered.
Court will waive the formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty for purpose of the arraignment. We'll schedule this matter for pre-trial on March 19th at 10:30 a.m. And counsel, as to bond.
As for bond, Your Honor, Mr. Randall is charged in this particular case with driving while license suspended. She indicates to me, the reason she didn't appear is when she was stopped and informed that her license was suspended, it appears it may have been suspended for an outstanding ticket. She left, she went to go out of town for a while, but prior to going out of town, she paid the outstanding ticket, clearing up the suspension. I understand, Your Honor, that doesn't absolve her of coming to court at this point in time. She believed, as she informed me, that she thought, well, this matter's over, I paid the ticket, hence she didn't appear for the arraignment at this time. She now has a valid operator's license because this is outstanding. I'm laughing only because of the circumstances. She went to, I believe it was Tennessee, spent some time down there with some tournament, and
Was it tournament?
a baseball tournament for her son. And she returned, thought this matter was resolved, and the address on she no longer resides at the address on the Register of Actions. Her new address is 1038 Goddard in Lincoln Park.
Okay.
I just bring that all to your attention because, as you've indicated, she was also supposed to come back, come sometime in September, and
Right.
hence she was probably not aware. I'm saying that of her not appearing on the second date. I guess, Your Honor, what we're asking for is a personal bond in this particular matter. She wants to get this matter resolved as quickly as possible. As she resolved the other ticket, when she was aware of it. So we're asking for a personal bond, and she'll be here next week to resolve this matter. Is that
Okay.
correct?
Ma'am, here's the problem. You've had a number of opportunities to appear in court and you have not.
I honestly, I paid the ticket and like, it sounds stupid, but I'm not used to this stuff. So I just kind of paid it and I thought that like it went away and that was it. And I don't know, I kind of never got anything in the mail after that. So I just figured my license was valid and that was that.
And to which court did you owe the ticket, ma'am?
I'm sorry, what was that?
To which court did you owe the ticket?
I believe it was Wyandotte.
You received notice from this court because you notified us of your new address in Rockwood.
I live in Lincoln Park now. I haven't lived in Rockwood in a while.
Ma'am, we wouldn't have had the Rockwood address had you not contacted us because the original address that we had was whited out and we hand wrote in the Rockwood address. So I know you contacted this court to give us your new address. So you are very much aware that you had a court date that you needed to appear for.
I honestly didn't.
Hasn't Mr. Bodart been here before?
I'm sorry, what?
Has Mr. Bodart been here before?
Yes, he has.
Right.
That's a totally different case than mine.
And I'm aware of that. The two of you reside together. So he could give you information as to how that works. Is my point.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. I paid my ticket and I thought it was just gone. I was on my way to work today. I didn't know. So I'm sorry.
Where do you work?
I own my own cleaning business that I opened in December.
How long have you been back in Michigan?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How long have you been back in Michigan?
Maybe I misspoke, Your Honor. I don't believe she permanently left for a lengthy period of time. She went down with her family for some sort of a baseball tournament, but it was a short period of time.
My son's in travel baseball, and last year when my license was suspended before we left for Kentucky, I paid my ticket so my license wouldn't be suspended so I could drive to Kentucky for his travel baseball tournament. And then, I don't know, after I paid the ticket, like I said, I didn't know I had to come back to court. I paid it and that was it.
Have you changed your address with the Secretary of State or with the post office?
I thought I did that in the very beginning. I mean, I've been living at 1030 for the last 3 years. So, and I just got a new car last April. So my address should change with Secretary of State and everything like that.
We had your address in Rockwood in there. Who lives at that address in Rockwood?
That's my old address in Rockwood. That's where I used to live. I used to live in an apartment in Rockwood on Huron River Drive.
All right. Do you have $250, ma'am?
No, I don't. My mother-in-law was coming to pay $150 to bail me out. That's what they told me that I could pay today to get out.
$1,500, 10% bond. You are to appear in court next Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. If you do not appear, a warrant will be issued for your arrest.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Let's go off the record. The City of Wyandotte versus Clyde Robinson Jr., 24160. Mr. Robinson, your name for the record, please.
Excuse me, I can't hear your name. My name's Clyde Robinson Jr.
Okay. Sir, you're here because there was a warrant issued for your arrest after you failed to appear for sentencing on April 30th. The court issued a warrant on May 15th. And you never contacted us back so that we could finalize your matter of possession of drug paraphernalia that you pled guilty to. Counsel?
That is correct, Your Honor. I did speak with Mr. Robinson. He indicated to me that he had a death in the family. He did contact the court, I believe,
Couple times.
after he missed his court date. He did contact them, but then backed out and just was going through a hard time throughout the entire time. He knows he should have addressed this issue back then. Since that time, I'm sorry, at the time of the death, he was going through quite a bit. I guess it was his mother. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Lost his job or other circumstances. He's apologetic to the court. We would ask that he be able to either with the sentencing date and with a bond, which he could make commensurate with this. He was, I believe, the circumstances being addressed was his wife and he were door dashing. He was not the driver, she was, and there was a traffic stop. The officers recognized Mr. Robinson, realized there was an outstanding warrant, and then he was taken into custody. The bond, I believe, set at the time of the when the warrant was issued was $75,000, 10%. We would ask
7,500, 10%.
7,500. I'm sorry. Yeah, that last one kind of got me. 7,500. Yes, Your Honor. And we would ask that under the circumstances, if he could be provided with a bond commensurate with his failure to appear. There were circumstances. I know and he knows he should have come in here after the time that he missed it, made arrangements, but he cowered it out, I guess, is the situation. Would that be a fair statement, sir?
I wouldn't say coward out. It was just I was going through a lot of stuff. I mean, I paid the $1,000 to get out. I wouldn't have never paid it if I hadn't intended on showing up. Everything just happened so fast.
And I guess cowered it out was a bad term on my part. It was just the circumstances. And so, Your Honor, we're asking for either a bond to be reinstated or to set a bond in the amount, say another $250, so it can appear for sentencing.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes, ma'am.
you were supposed to come back for sentencing and you did not.
That
And
is
your
correct.
attorney is representing, based upon what you told them, that you contacted the court a couple times. When and
Yeah,
how?
I contacted the pro. I was supposed to go to the pre-exam in the court. I contacted them twice. I told them I'd be there once, and then I ended up not showing. Then I called again when my mother passed and didn't show. So after that, I just didn't show. And I apologize. I was doing just a lot of work.
It's been almost a year and you haven't shown up.
I can't hear you.
It's been almost a year and you haven't shown up, and your previous bond has been forfeited. So if let's see, you have $500. Close to $1,000, and there must have been another matter, but in any event, sir, that was enough to make sure you showed up. Why didn't you show up?
Excuse me?
Why didn't you show up, sir?
Why did I show up?
Right.
Because my mother had passed, and I was in a real dark place. That was the only reason. I feel like I couldn't deal with anything else at that.
Okay.
I just lost my mother a year before that, so it was kind of rough. I mean, I was there when she passed, so.
I can understand that, sir. I can understand that. So, and how long has it been since your mom passed?
It's been a year.
Okay. And in the last, let's say, 2 months, what steps have you taken to contact the court?
I haven't taken any steps. So I had a daughter just going to Eastern College. I've been trying to DoorDash to get her books because I don't currently have a job right now. So I haven't made no attempts to contact the court because I haven't had any type of money to put towards the courts. Everything's going to my family right now.
Okay. And sir, is your only employment DoorDash?
Excuse me? Could you repeat the question?
Why are you not working other than DoorDash?
Because I haven't been able to find a job anywhere else. I've been putting applications in through Indeed, and the temporary services, don't nobody have any jobs right now
Okay.
in my field. I've been putting out a lot of applications though, ma'am.
What is your
DoorDash is
field?
the easiest. DoorDash is the easiest thing to do.
What is your field, sir?
I'm a machine operator. I work for Wayne Industries and the place in Wayne. I can't even remember the name. I'm so nervous. K9. I worked for K9 for 3 years. That was a job that I got fired from. That's a job I was working when I posted that first bond. And I lost that job in July.
Also, here's the issue. You haven't taken care of this matter. You haven't made any attempts. The only reason you're in custody is because you were a passenger in a vehicle that was pulled over for a traffic stop, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, well, the court's going to continue the $7,500 10% bond.
So there's no way I can pay that now to get out to even to try to do anything. I don't have the money. Could you please lower it for me?
How are you going to guarantee that you're going to appear in court?
I'm gonna guarantee you I'm up here in court, because if everything wasn't going on the first time, I would have came back. And it just lapsed of time, and I apologize, but I will be back in court. I want to get this taken care of because I don't want you guys pulling me over anymore.
Okay, well, you guys is not me, because I don't have that authority. But sir, no disrespect, but your personal guarantee, you didn't show up last time and you had money there. So.
And that was the reason why, was because of my mother. I understand what I'm sorry, go ahead.
What's going to go on between now and the next time you're supposed to be coming back?
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
What's to say that there's not going to be a lot going on between now and the time you're supposed to be coming back the next time?
Because I'm pretty sure my mother's not gonna die again, or none of my kids. I will be here. I need to make sure that my daughter has her books for school. So I will be here to take care of that, sir. Ma'am, excuse me. She's the most important thing right now.
I understand that, and I don't know if you're trying to be funny or not, with your statement about your mom not dying a second time, but sir, my point in asking you that question, sir, is that there are a lot of unexpected things that occur on a daily basis. But what is expected is that you are to still appear in court or communicate with the court and then show up when you communicate with us.
Yes, I will. I will be here. I will communicate. If anything happens, which I do not think it will, I will be here. I will make sure I call.
If you're a test right now, sir, what's in your system?
Marijuana and alcohol.
What's the first thing you said?
Marijuana and alcohol I was drinking last night. That should be it.
Okay, well, technically, you're still on bond with this court because this court ordered you not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed.
I don't understand exactly what the question was.
This court, on March 27th of 2024, this court, at your arraignment, ordered you not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs as a condition of bond that are not prescribed. So not only did you blow us off and not show up to court, but now you're completely disregarding this court's order of not using any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed.
I didn't know alcohol. Well, I apologize, ma'am. It's very stressful out there in the world. I'm not sure. So, I mean, marijuana is legal and alcohol is legal too. And I understand what you are asking, but on a day-to-day basis, when you're outside trying to take care of business, it's kind of hard to not to take some of the stress off of everyday life.
Sir,
And I apologize.
you also reside in the same outside world as well, right? Yes, there's a lot of stressors. There sure are. However, whether alcohol and marijuana is legal or not is irrelevant for you because you are under the jurisdiction of this court. And this court, as a result of your charge, ordered you not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed.
I haven't possessed any of them. I just told you that I've used them. It might be in my system. But you didn't find me with no alcohol or drugs on me when I got pulled over.
That's not the issue, sir. The issue is they didn't find it on you. However, as you quite honestly told the court, you were drank or used marijuana in the recent past. What the court is trying to tell you is that when you were originally placed on, again, facing these charges, the court ordered you not to drink and not to smoke until this matter was resolved. That's wrong. That's exactly what the court was saying as a term and conditions of the bond that you posted. Now, do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand, and I apologize. I mean, I can't give you a reason. That's the only reason I say I apologize.
And I understand, and you're right. We all live in a very stressful world, but still, the court did give you certain orders that the court expects that you follow. I'm just putting that on so you clearly understand what we're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, here's what we're going to do, sir. How did you purchase the alcohol or the marijuana?
What do you mean, how do I purchase it?
With what money, sir?
I don't purchase it. I had a couple, the last time I drank, I had a couple of drinks with friends. I didn't purchase anything.
Oh, maybe they can help pay for your daughter's books. I don't know.
My wife smokes marijuana. She works, so I mean, she pays for some things.
Who's that?
I think he said his wife.
Oh, his wife.
Yes.
Okay.
She also.
Well, good. So maybe instead of buying marijuana, you can buy a couple books. I don't know. The court's going to order a $3,500 10% bond to ensure you're going to appear in court.
So it's lower, you have to come up with $350.
And you're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. So even if it's a legal drug, it needs to be prescribed to you, sir, or you cannot use it. And then we're going to schedule your sentencing date. Actually, probation will be scheduling your sentencing date. So you may have an interview with somebody today, sir, while you're back in custody. Okay, and then we'll see you back in your sentencing date. You're gonna copy your bond conditions. Thank you. Have a good day.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
You have got to be kidding me. What is going on today? This is a joke. Today is a capital. An interpreter.
I need an interpreter when I cannot express myself sometimes.
Oh my God, sir, put that cigarette out. I don't give a crap that you are outside of this. What is wrong with everybody today? You know what, Miss Reed, we're gonna start bringing people in court. People gonna learn how to act in a courtroom.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Ma'am? Ma'am? Can you hear it? Okay.
Come and go, so let this feeling grow. I'm sitting up here, I'm the one that needs a drink.